morning, guys. This is Dr.R.Saranya, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science with Cybersecurity from Dr.R.S.N.S.R.C.A.S College of Arts and Science. Today, in this lecture series, we are going to discuss the subject Programming in C. In Programming in C, we are going to see the topic Received Input. While developing a C program, C code, how we have to process for receiving input from the user, as well as if you want to display something in output screen, for that what functions we have to process, that we are going to discuss in this video. See, before we enter into the topic, first let us discuss about the meaning of C language. First of all, the C programming language is a general programming language. We discussed already in previous video. C programming is a general purpose, procedure oriented compiled programming language. It's a basic language for developing high level code, high level language. In order to develop some operating system software as well as networking applications, for that and all, C programming plays a vital role. So in C language, if you want to start develop a code, first we have to analyze the standard library. That structure of the C programming, first line we have to start with standard input output. In order to use that standard stdio.h header file, we simply in C term we used to call it as a C preprocessor directives. Likewise, we will mention as the standard input output.h or else we used to call it as a header file. In order to standardize the input as well as output library functions, in order to process the what for we are using that input function, output functions, for that we are specifying the standard input output function. It's a method of input as well as output. That here that for receiving input from the user, for that we are using a function method called scanf method in C in order to read the value from the console as per the type of specified format specifier stored in the given address. That syntax will be we are going to mention with the two arguments, like first thing is format specifier, and then in order to store that particular thing in on variable, right, that we have to specify in the second parameter. So scanf within parentheses we have to process two attributes. One is format specifier and another one is where we have to store that particular value, whatever user going to give it in during the runtime applications. So that we have to mention it by using the address operator like ampersand symbol and then following by variable name. In this way we have to process the syntax for scanf method. Printf method is mainly for print the value passed as a parameter to it on the console screen. Output screen, if you want to display some content, that for that we are going to mention the function or method called printf method, that we have to specify with the help of printf within parentheses. Within parentheses we have to specify the format specifier percentage. Here the x specifying as an format specifier value. If you want to process the data type integer value, means we have to specify the d for this digit, percentage d, and then variable we have to specify. What for we are specifying that format specifier, that where it is stored in, that variable we have to specify in the following format specifier. So in this way we have to process the printf statement. Let us discuss how to specify the scanf as well as printf in simple code. We can discuss in C programming code how we are going to specify printf as well as scanf in this program. We will discuss. First we have to start the C coding with the help of #include standard input output.h, and then continuing with main function. In that main function we have two parts. One is declaration part and another one is execution part. In declaration part, that particular program what variable we are going to assign, that we have to specify the variable names, how many variables we are going to specify, that and all we have to declare first. After that, in execution part, that logic, what logic we are going to specify in order to execute that particular code, that we have to specify. So first we have to start with int main of function, either int or else void. The difference between int and void is none other than void means it does not return a value, but integer will return a value. So first, after that, we are going to get the two numbers. In order to calculate the sum of two numbers, we are going to design this particular coding. So first, we have to get the data from user, right? First, two numbers you are going to collect from the user during the runtime. So for that only, we are going to specify scanf. So first, suddenly if you are executing this code means they don't know what they have to specify, right? So first we have to display the screen as enter two numbers with the help of printf method. After that, scanf, in that we are going to get the value from the user. So two numbers we are going to get it, right? So for that, num1, num2. So that values we are going to store it in. Two values get it from the user during the runtime and store it in num1 first values, num2 second value. That is none other than integer value. So that we are going to mention it as %d. After that, for execution part, here the logic we are going to specify in sum is equal to num1 plus num2. So after calculating that, we are going to store it in sum. Finally, we are going to display the output as the sum of two number is %d. That %d we are going to specify it as that some value we have to print it in output screen. Finally, we are going to return give a return keyword return 0 because we mentioned int main, right? So for that we are specifying that return keyword. Hope you understand clearly about the process. Thank you for your patient listening. Thank you. Have a nice day.